Hello guys, this is my first EmuDeck Wii U emulator setup tutorial, and I hope this will be the only tutorial that you need to play Wii U games on your Steam Deck. This is a very detailed video, so I break this video into different sections as shown on the screen, so you can easily skip to the chapter in which you are interested in. I am currently working on Nintendo Switch emulator tutorial like this one, and I will try to do in-depth tutorials for all the major emulators. If you are interested in this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started with the Wii U emulator. The EmuDeck installation is pretty easy. I will quickly explain the installation process here. I will only cover the EmuDeck Wii U emulation in this video. First, we need to switch to desktop mode on the Steam Deck. From desktop mode, use your Firefox internet browser and go to EmuDeck official website. I have the EmuDeck linked in my video description. From this website, we can directly download the EmuDeck installation file. Once it is downloaded, we can click Show in Folder. We need to copy the EmuDeck installation file onto our desktop in order to process this installation, and this is mandatory. Then we can double-click on the EmuDeck installer from the desktop. Click Continue on this pop-up window to confirm this installation. Let's select Custom Mode here, which will give us more options to set up the EmuDeck. Then click Continue. I highly recommend to use SD card for your emulation games. Even with E1 type SD card, it works perfect with EmuDecks. So we will pick SD card as storage here. On this page, obviously we need to select Steam Deck. On this screen, it shows all emulators that are currently supported by EmuDeck. I will disable all the emulators except for the CEMU since I will only cover Wii U emulation in this video, but you can always come back to this page and install any emulators that you like later on. I will leave everything on for this page since EmuDeck has already done all the configurations, so we can take advantage of this. I don't want to be a member of Retro Achievement, so just click Skip here. On the next couple pages, you can pick any options you like. It's all about your personal tastes for the emulation game. I would like to set up my 3D games at 16:9 screen ratio and keep the 2D games at 4:3. You can pick any emulation station theme here. I personally like the RB simple style. Then we can click Finish. The EmuDeck now start processing all the installation. It will take about 2 minutes to complete everything here. After everything's done, we can click Exit. Now we have completed the EmuDeck installation on the Steam Deck. The original EmuDeck installer is now changed to EmuDeck Access icon on the desktop. Now it's time to copy some Wii U games onto our Steam Deck. I have all my downloaded games stored on this hard drive. I prefer to download all games on my Windows PC and then copy them to the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck SD card cannot be read on the Windows PC or Mac directly, so use a portable hard drive or a USB flash drive to transfer the game from your PC to Steam Deck. Is the easiest way to do. In this section, I will only show the RPX. Also, it is called Loadline file type Wii U game. This is the most common Wii U game file types that can be found over the internet. Let's go to my external hard drive on the Steam Deck, and I have this new Super Mario Bros. U game on my external hard drive. This is the game folder. If we go inside of the game folder, we should have 3 subfolders, which called Code, Content, and Meta. This is the typical RPX or Loadline Wii U game folder structure. All we need to do here is to copy the Wii U game folder from the external hard drive and paste into our Steam Deck SD card at a specific file location, as shown on my screen. Let's go to the Steam Deck SD card, then click Emulation folder. Next, click ROM folder. Then find the Wii U folder. Click ROMs folder. This is the location we need to paste the Wii U games. The copying time will depend on game size, but it's pretty quick generally. After the copy is complete, we can close this window now. The next step that I highly suggest to do is download the graphic packs. The graphic packs will improve the Wii U gaming experience. It will also provide game fix if it crashes or lag. So this is very important to do after you copy a game into Steam Deck. To download the graphic packs, simply go to the Start menu and type CEMU in the search bar. You should see the CEMU EmuDeck, then click and run the CEMU software. We can see the Super Mario game that we just copied to the SD card from here. Let's go to the option and select graphic packs. Then we need to click download the latest community graphic packs from the bottom left corner. This will take a few seconds to finish. After it's done, we will see the Super Mario game show up on the list. We can see there are a couple options that we can check for this game. The graphic packs will have different options for different games. So for this game, we need to check the title screen crash fix. If we did not check this box, this game will crash at the title screen. So as I said, the graphic packs is so important to do after you copy a Wii U game onto your Steam Deck. Now we can close the CEMU software. The last step we need to do is to bring the Wii U game that we just installed into the SteamOS interface. So every time we boot up the Steam Deck, our Wii U game will show up in our SteamOS library. To do this, we need to click the EmuDeck icon on the desktop and then click Tool and Stuff. From here, we need to select Steam ROM Manager. Click Yes for this pop-up window. First, disable the parsers, otherwise the EmuDeck will scan all the game ROMs. I recommend only enable the emulators that you are going to use, and disable the rest of them, since we only deal with Wii U games in this video. So I will just scroll down and enable 2 Wii U games. Then we need to click on the preview button from the top left corner. Then click Generate App List from the bottom of the screen. We can now see the Super Mario game that was previously installed show up here. From the top menu, we can change how it appears. Also, we can change the game album picture from here, but for now, we can just click Save App List button. This will create the game title on our SteamOS interface. Now we can just close EmuDeck and return to the Steam Deck gaming mode. After we get into the Steam Deck gaming mode, just go to the library. We will see there are 2 new tabs show up. One is called Collection. Under this tab, it will classify emulation games by the emulation system. The other tab is called No Steam Game. Under this tab, you will see all the emulation games that have been installed on the Steam Deck. We can now just start up the Wii U game from here. Guys, we have the Wii U Super Mario browser running directly from SteamOS interface on the Steam Deck. The best feature of the EmuDeck, in my opinion, is that it allows us to access all the emulation games from SteamOS interface directly. This is just so convenient. That's all for how to add RPX or Loadline Wii U games file. Another main type of Wii U games is WD and WUX format. In this section, I will show how to install them. Again, I will copy the WX format Wii U game from my external hard drive into Steam Deck SD card. Make sure copy the WX format Wii U game and paste into the correct location on your SD card. Please see the SD card location on my screen. So just make sure you paste the game into this location. After the copying process is finished, we can go back to the Wii U folder. In order to play WUX or WD Types Wii U game, the key file is required. But we are missing the key files at this location right now. I will show you how to get the key files and also how to enter the correct key to make the game work. We can close or minimize this window for now. Let's run the EmuDeck software first, and then go to Steam ROM Manager. Make sure both Wii U file types are enabled on the parsers. Then click Preview on top left corner. Click Generate App List first. We can see the Kirby game show up here now. That is the WUX format game. Then click Save Game List. Now just close the EmuDeck and return to the gaming mode. We should see the Kirby game show up here. Just run the game from here. We will get an error message. This error message will create the key files for us actually. Please don't worry, this is normal. We can close the game and get back to desktop mode for now. After getting back to desktop mode, go to the location shown on the screen on your SD card. You will see the key file is show up here now. We can double click and open the key file. Inside the key file, we need to copy a key for each game you would like to play. I am not going to show how to find the key here, but they are pretty easy to search on internet. At least I will show the key that I found over internet for the Kirby game and paste here as an example. As you can see, I just pasted a key for the Kirby game that I found on internet. Every game will have its own key. All you have to do is look for a key on the internet and paste it here, just like what I did. The key is only required for WUD and WUX type Wii U game. After you pasted the key, just make sure you save the file before you close it. Now let's back to the gaming mode and test out the Kirby game. The WUX format Kirby game is now running perfectly on the Steam Deck. That's all for how to install WUX or WUD format Wii U games. For the game DLC and updates install, I will use The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as an example. First, I will copy the Zelda game into my Steam Deck. This process is exactly same as I talked in Chapter 1, so I am not going to talk in details in this section. But I will still show every single step with this video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below. Now the Zelda game has been copied onto the Steam Deck SD card. Then I will create a new folder called Updates and DLC inside of the Wii U folder. Next, I will copy the DLC and update files from my external hard drive into the folder that I just created on the Steam Deck SD card. Let's go to the search bar from the Start menu and type CEMU. We should see the CEMU EmuDeck. Then click and run the CEMU EmuDeck. We should see the Zelda game show up on the list inside the CEMU software. Let's go to the file from the top area of the software and select Install Game Title Update or DLC. Then we need to navigate to the location where the DLC and update files we just pasted into the Steam Deck SD card. Here is the location we stored the DLC and update files. I will install the DLC first. Just go inside of the DLC folder and then go to the Meta folder. Click the Open button on the right bottom corner. The DLC installation will begin now. It will show the title installed once installation is finished. Also, on the game list, we will see the DLC number. The game update installation process is exactly same with the DLC. We will select the update file folder here, then open the Meta folder and click Open. The update installation will start. After the update installation is done, just click OK. We can see the update is at version 208 and the DLC at 80. So that means we have successfully installed the update at DLC. The next thing we should do is download the graphic packs. Please remember do this for every single Wii U game that you installed on the Steam Deck. It helps a lot just for Wii U emulation. So click download the latest community graphic packs. Then go to the left side, find the Zelda game. I highly recommend to check FPS++. It will improve the gaming performance a lot for the Zelda game. There are lots of options you can play around here to get all different results for this game. But for now, I will just check the FPS++ and Xbox controller layout. We can close the CEMU software now. Then we need to go to the EmuDeck and add the Zelda game into the SteamOS gaming mode interface. So that way we can play the game directly from SteamOS library. This setup process is exactly same as I talked in chapter 1. So I am not going to talk about this step by step here. We have average 45 to 50 FPS for this game. I think this is pretty good emulation performance. That's all for how to install DLC and game updates. First, let's boot up a Wii U game from Steam Deck gaming mode. Then we can press the Steam button. It will bring up a control menu for the Wii U game. The EmuDeck team has already set up a special control layout for the Wii U emulation, so we should apply this control layout here. Just go to controller settings from here. Under the current layout, template, make sure you select EmuDeck CEMU. Now you can press the R4 button to see the gamepad screen, and press the select and the start button together to exit a game. That's all for the control setup. If you have already done this before, you can skip to step 2. Press the Steam button and go to Power, then select Switch to Desktop mode. We are now at desktop mode of Steam Deck. Click the Start menu Under System, click Console. After the console is opened, type PASSWD. Then hit the Enter button on your keyboard. Now you are required to set up a password. Make sure you remember this password. It will not show anything even when you are typing your password here. Just please remember it for the future use. Just hit the Enter button on your keyboard after you type in your password. Retype your password again, and then hit the Enter button. It should say password update successfully. Now we can close this window. Step 2. Enable the gyro controls for emulators. First, we need to open EmuDeck on your desktop, and then open Tools and Stuff. Select Gyro DSU. Enter your sudo password, and click Install Gyro DSU. The Steam Deck Gyro DSU is now installed on your Steam Deck. We can now reboot our Steam Deck to have the gyro control working properly. That's all for this freaking long detailed Wii U setup video. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I will make more emulator videos like this one. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Also, if you think what I just shared with you is helpful, please don't forget hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you for watching.